Not only an enemy to farmers in North America, wild boars are currently present in all major cities of England, France, Italy. According to records, there are more than 2.3 million wild boars living in Italy. They roam across major streets and pose a risk of spreading dangerous diseases. So, how does Italy deal with wild boars? Please explore with us. Wild boars of Asian origin were brought to Italy around the 16th century to serve the hunting activities of capitalists and aristocrats. However, they almost became extinct at the end of the 19th century due to industrial and urban development, which narrowed the wild boar's habitat. However, in the 1950s, wildlife protection laws led to an increase in wild boar numbers, causing feral pig populations to rebound. Their growth has been exacerbated by stricter hunting regulations. There are an estimated 1.5 million wild boars roaming major cities in Italy, and there are concerns that these animals carry the ASF virus, the virus that causes the world's most feared African cholera epidemic. As a result, wild boar indirectly pose a significant threat to Italy's famous $7 billion ham and sausage industry, concentrated in cities such as Parma. Wild boar also causes direct impacts on the economic, social, and environmental situation in Italy. This invasive animal causes major crop damage to Italian farmers. In search of food, wild boars invade farms and destroy agricultural crops. It is estimated that invasive wild boars caused about 120 million euros in damage in rural areas from 2015 to 2021. Many protests to prevent wild boar destruction by Italian farmers took place to call on the government to take action, measures to control the number of wild pigs. Wild boars also directly cause many environmental problems in urban areas. If you live in the Italian city of Rome, you will often see herds of wild boars wandering on the streets. They dig through garbage in search of food, affecting the environment and urban landscape. Wild boars also disturb the soil layers in public areas, destroy trees, and obstruct traffic. They are also blamed for causing many car accidents and attacks that injured people. To prevent wild boars from destroying the environment and affecting the economy, the Italian government most recently introduced measures to combat invasive wild boars using the military. Rome city officials have decided to send in the army to deal with the overcrowding of wild boars in the countryside and on the outskirts of Italian cities. The measure is part of legislation aimed at protecting the country's agricultural and food products, mobilizing 177 soldiers to hunt wild boar across the country. The aim is also to prevent severe African swine fever, a disease transmitted to farm pigs. Because wild pigs are threatening the entire Italian pork industry, as well as its €8.2 billion annual revenue. The disease, discovered in early 2022 in the country, is likely to cause death to 90% of infected animals. It is spreading rapidly, especially in the northwest of the peninsula, leaving pork producers in the Padana Plain, the cradle of Parma ham, fearing the worst. Italian farmers and hunters are also at the forefront of efforts to control the wild boar population. The methods considered most effective are trapping and hunting with guns. Every year, thousands of wild boars are destroyed by Italian farmers, but due to favorable conditions and fertility, wild boars still grow in excess numbers. During hunting, the main weapons used are heavy rifles. Hunting dogs can be used to more easily find prey, or they can also use grain traps to attract wild boars. Patience is also a priority when hunting, because hunters can spend a lot of time ambushing wild boars. To ensure wild boar control and humaneness, hunters often prioritize hunting adult wild boars. So, do you know what Italian farmers did with wild boars? They will be processed into food, and people will consume it. This is considered a free food source for Italian farmers. Wild boar hunting is not only about controlling wild boars, it is also one of the most exciting activities for hunters. Currently, wild boar hunting for sport purposes is also organized in many rural areas in Italy. How do you feel about today's video? Please leave a comment below to let us know. Don't forget, click like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. For now, goodbye and see you again in the next videos.